Hello my dear students, today we will be continuing chapter 3 classification of business activities, and in the last class we have discussed about industry and its types. So today we will be discussing about commerce, its functions and importance, and number 2 we will discuss about branches of commerce. So let us see what is commerce. Let us see first the definition of commerce. Commerce refers to all those activities which are necessary for bringing goods from the place of production to the place of their consumption. And commerce includes not only trade but also services such as transport, warehousing, packaging, insurance, banking, and sales promotion. Now let us see some importance and functions of commerce. Now the exchange of goods is a complex process, okay, it's a complicated process with several hindrances. Hindrances means obstacles in business, okay. Now commerce helps in removing these obstacles, and the main function of the commerce is to remove the obstacles which are faced by the business. And let us see one by one the hindrances which are removed by commerce. The first hindrance is hindrance of person, okay. The producer faces the problem of finding buyers for his product. Now commerce helps in removing this hindrance by providing an organized market where buyers and sellers can contact each other, and so that they can do the dealing of goods and service. So this way it helps in solving hindrance of person. And number 2, hindrance of place. A major problem faced by producer is to send their goods to distant places without loss through theft, pilferage or damage, etc. Okay. Now commerce helps in solving this problem by providing means of transport, packaging and insurance. Okay. Now modern means of transport carry goods to far places quickly and safely. Okay. And packing of goods helps to preserve the quality in transit and storage. So with the help of packing, the businessman can preserve the quality of the goods, and thus transportation and packing are both useful in commercial activities. Let us see number 3, hindrance of time. Now in modern industry, goods are produced on large scale, okay. So there is usually a time gap between production and consumption of goods. So therefore it becomes very necessary to store goods until they are sold. So this problem is solved by providing warehousing facility, okay, or storage facility. So warehouse provides suitable storage facility to protect the goods from fire, rain, okay. So warehousing is thus an integral part of commerce. Number 4, hindrance of exchange. Now buying and selling of goods between persons living in different places requires a common medium of payment, and money serves as common medium of payment. So safe means of payments are required to settle the transaction. So bank help to remove these obstacles, as bank is a part of commercial organization. So banks helps in removing this obstacle. Number 5, hindrance of risk. Now during transportation and storage, there are several possibilities of loss or damage of goods, okay. There exists loss of theft, fire, etc. So these risks cause anxiety among the businessmen and discourage them from investing money in business. So insurance helps to remove this hindrance, and insurance is the part of commercial organization. So this way a commercial organization of commerce helps in removing this hindrance of risk. So this way we have discussed some of the hindrances which are removed by the commerce. So now let us see branches of commerce. So branches of commerce are of two types, trade and aids to trade. So let us see first what is trade. Trade is a process of purchasing and procurement of goods and services with the objective of selling them at profit. The person who do trade are called traders. Now traders serve as a link between producers and consumers that help in directing the flow of goods to the most profitable market. Now the objective of trade is to make goods and service available to those persons who need them and are able to and willing to pay for them. And there are two types of trade, home trade and foreign trade. Let us see them in details. Now home trade are further classified into wholesale trade and retail trade, okay. Now wholesale trade means buying and selling of goods in large quantities, okay, and the traders engaged in wholesale business are called wholesalers. And number B, retail traders. Now, retail traders means buying and selling of goods in small quantities, and traders engaged in retail trade are called retailers. Now, foreign trade is further classified into export trade, import trade, and entry-port trade. Now, export trade means the sale of goods to foreign countries. For example, India exporting tea to United Kingdom. Okay, and number B, import trade. Now, import trade refers to purchase of goods from foreign countries. For example, India buys petrol from Iran. Okay. Number C will be entry-port trade. It means importing goods from one country for the purpose of exporting them to another country. For example, India imports certain commodities from European country. Okay, and they again what they do? They export these commodities to Nepal and Bhutan. So this type of trade is also known as re-export trade. Now let us see the another branch of commerce, that is aids to trade. Now aids to trade. Aids to trade refers to the activities essential for the smooth flow of goods from producer to consumers. So these activities facilitate trade by removing various barriers in the buying and selling of goods. So let us see one by one which are the main aids to trade. The main aids to trade are transportation, warehousing, insurance, banking, and advertising. So let us see one by one. Transportation. Now transportation is a process of transferring goods from one place to another. For example, tea is produced mainly in Assam and West Bengal, but it is consumed all over the world. So transport brings the goods from the place of production to all the far and distant places for consumption. Number 2, warehousing. Warehousing provides storage facility to protect the goods from fire, rain, theft, etc. So warehousing is the important part of commerce. It is therefore necessary to protect and store the goods until they are sold. So many products such as wheat, sugar, rice, etc. are produced in a particular season, but they are needed throughout the year. So proper storage arrangement must be made in order to make the goods available throughout the year. Okay. Now warehousing removes this hindrance of storing goods. Number 3, insurance. Now business involves several types of risks, like risk arising from storage, fire, flood, etc. So insurance helps in removing the hindrance of risk. With the help of insurance, a businessman can protect himself from several types of risk. Number 4, banking. Businessmen need finance to carry on their business activities. So banks and other financial institutions provide funds and credit to the business to carry on their activities. Number 5, advertising. Now advertising also is one of the most important aid to trade, where advertising and publicity inform the consumers about the availability of various products and services. Advertising educates the consumer about the use of products and provides them greater satisfaction. So the main purpose of advertising is to create and sustain demand. So these were the main aids to trade. So today we have discussed commerce and its functions and importance. And number 2, we have discussed about branches of commerce, that is trade and aids to trade. So that's all from this chapter. Thank you, students.